Hello, Sagittarius. Hi. Welcome to your March reading. Let's see what we have for you in March. I've already meditated with your energy. It is the middle of the day, so if you see light like storming out of this window onto this table and making it look like this, I apologize. Okay. So, Sagittarius, oh, your first card is Don Juan. Spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Interesting. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. March is inviting you to use your skills. Your skills of charisma. You have charisma. And it'll really benefit you in March. Okay? So we have contract, offerings, financial constraints, talking stick, healer of ages, and freedom horse. The first thing that I see in these cards, Sagittarius, is a job offer. And you might not know if you can do it or if it's a good choice for you. But it looks like it is. It'll really help you, especially if you're in like you're having financial issues. It'll help you set up a plan or make enough money to pay off your bills or like be independent, strongly, fiercely independent. Don't say no to something without listening to the detail. Excuse me. Without listening to the details. I see you having trouble making a decision though. And most of it is because you don't want to leave behind what you already have. The thing is, from this reading that I'm looking at right now, Sagittarius, you can handle it. Like you can handle it. You have the charisma to almost fake it till you make it, to be honest. Okay. So let's get into the cards, okay? All right, Sagittarius, March. Strength. Six of Wands. I knew the strength was going to come out. Five of Cups. Nine of Cups. The Hermit. Interesting. Ace of Wands. The Lovers. Knight of Coins. Temperance. In March, do not let your fears overwhelm you, okay? The first thing is that I see is that you can make it. Like you're strong enough to make it, and you're strong enough to set a good path for yourself, okay? So don't have doubts and fears or be scared to take maybe a pay cut if it's something that you want to do or that will be a good stepping stone for you because of what other people will think. But I see a lot of you being in your head about something and really not doing it for yourself, but being in your head about the ins and outs of what you should do instead of believing in yourself. Especially with strength here. That's definitely a call, Sagittarius, for you to believe in your own abilities. you know? Um, it's like you just need to believe that you have them, they're there. Okay. It's one of those things where you may plan something out in your head or you say something in your head, but it hasn't come out into the world. It's almost like you're looking for something to be perfect, but something in March is not perfect, but it's just right for you. Okay. So don't look for perfection and have the confidence to stand for and go towards what is right for you, even though it doesn't look perfect, maybe to the outside world. But for you, it's almost just right. I'm getting the Goldilocks vibe. Oh, you missed somebody. You missed someone. But this person that you miss is not a good person for you, and you know that. It's almost like you took way too much from this person, like way too much, overdid it. They definitely overstayed their welcome or um, exceeded your boundaries in ways that are not fair. But I feel like you miss the companionship and you miss the connection. But you can't even be friends with this person because of how they are. It's like that this person needs to have a come to Jesus moment and you can't bring it to them. But I do see this person being on your mind a lot in March. Yeah, you're having some kind of mental struggle, I see here in March, Sagittarius. And it's stopping you from moving forward. It's almost stopping you from pursuing something else, pursuing a new career, pursuing a new life, pursuing a new love. Um, but you definitely have the opportunity to do so, right? It's like you just have to admit to yourself that this wasn't going anywhere and believe it in your heart. This is going to sound really weird, but I feel like you miss the extraness of whatever this or this relationship. Like you miss the back and forth because it's almost like you had something to do or you cared about this person or you liked some aspect of them. You liked the extraness of them. Um but what this is it feels like you're just remembering the parts that you want to remember. But it was not all great and dandy. But you're kind of feeling that way right now. It's kind of like that weird memory thing we have about relationships sometimes. Um, yeah, you're having a hard time looking at the bigger picture. It's like you're trying to figure out what's perfect for you in life. Career wise, job wise, where you live at, relationships, like what would be perfect for Sagittarius? Because I feel like you don't want to just keep fighting to win little battles here and there. You want to just get to the main event. Interesting. Okay, Six of Wands, Five of Swords again, Nine of Pentacles, the Fool, the Moon, Ten of Cups, Strength again, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So in March, I see, I'm not going to say a struggle, but I'm going to use this word for right now. So I see a struggle with your self confidence in choices or decisions you make that kind of go against the public grain or against what other people think you should do for yourself. I feel like you're trying to look at the bigger picture. You know, you're trying to look at things in a larger spectrum. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say everyone around you at your job or something is carrying this certain Michael Kors purse or something. And you're like, I'm on a budget right now. I don't have time to spend money on a Michael Kors purse. And it kind of makes you feel like you're out of the loop, but you know you're doing it for a good reason. That's what this energy tells me. So be strong in public opinion in March and do what's right for you. Yeah. Focus on your own happiness and don't look for it outside of you. What's going to make you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled, right? I feel like this is going to help you see that there are some public opinions of those around you or maybe in society that don't fit you specifically, right? So, in that realization, then you start to take a risk on wanting something bigger than just the day to day trends or what's next. You're looking for true love. You're looking for your dream job. You're looking for your life purpose. You're looking for something bigger in March. And you're doing a lot of introspection to figure out what that is. So, first, I see you dealing with public opinion of those around you and society norms. You're going back and forth between those, right? And it's one of those heavy things, Sagittarius, because you're learning like, yeah, people do this thing where they get out of school, they go to college, they get married, they have 2 kids, all that kind of stuff. But you're on your own path. So I feel like you're kind of purging that. Okay? So you can start to do what it is that you want to do. But you're finding out a lot of things about yourself because maybe you didn't think that public opinion was that big for you. Maybe you didn't follow the norms, But I feel like there's this realization of how these things have interacted in your life and what you're going to do next about it. So there's a lot of introspection around that. I see you taking small risks in March as well around things that you have always done. It's like you're slowly changing up your life in little ways. And I see it working for you. Like you're like, instead of sitting with these groups at lunch, I'm going to sit at my office and do extra work, for example. And it works for you. But I feel like it impacts everybody else around you. Like, what's going on with Sagittarius? They're acting really weird. I don't like this, But I feel like you're dealing with that. It's like you're dealing with, do I care what other people think, or do I just want to do what's for me? And is that going to make me change my actions and what I do based on that? Yeah. And because you're following your dreams or moving forward, you're going to have to leave some things behind, some people behind, some ideas behind. I see a emotional struggle with that. Like I said, It's like you're learning how to deal with, again, your environment or the people around your environment, and how your self esteem is connected to that, or your self worth is connected to that. I see you not being happy with the outcome of figuring that out as well. And deciding to try a new, I feel like this has given you the boost and the motivation. That's the word I was looking for. And the motivation to keep doing things your way and making a new path for yourself. And being patient with yourself as you learn what this new path and this new direction is going to be for you. Interesting. Okay. You're definitely having a change in career plans or thinking about it for sure. But the thing is, it's going to change your entire life. It kind of feels like you built your life around something, like the amount of money you make or what your job is. Like that has become like maybe your personality, sort of, I guess you can say, in a way. But I feel like this change, even though you feel this way, that it's going to change everything. Like it's going to be a big change in your life. It's unstable. You don't know what's going to happen next. I feel like your partner, the people around you are like, what are you thinking, Sagittarius? And you're kind of feeling a little down about it. But at the same time, you have to follow your dreams and your heart and what's good for you. And I see you being very motivated by wanting this change. But it's a little bit off-putting that maybe people don't feel the same, you know? Yeah. This is interesting because in your area of communication, it looks to me that people are sad about the changes that you're making in your life, and not for you, but for how it will impact them and you. Okay. And I feel like you see eventually, as you move on in March, you see the truth in that. And it's not that it's on purpose coming from a selfish place, but it is, you know? It's like if you want to change your career and your significant other is like, oh my God, we won't get to take our trips to Bali, or something like that. And you're like, okay, we can wait. But this is something I want to do for me. So it has a little tinge of selfishness to it, but I feel like you can see through it. But it's so interesting because I feel like you're so motivated. You've been thinking about this, I feel like, for a long time. But you saying it out loud or exposing it out loud kind of puts things in a new perspective that now you can start to work on. But the truth is that you're motivated to do this and you want to do it. And it's not going to be loved by others, but it's more about you doing it for yourself because you want to be happy and you want to be doing something that you want to consistently be doing. Yeah. It's like you're having a wake up call moment in March about your life and your career and the things that you have settled in, and you don't feel settled here and you want to feel settled. So you're motivated to start making changes on things that don't nurture you anymore. And because of that, you have to be patient with those around you who also need time to adjust to your decisions, if that makes any sense, right? Okay, so in love, what do we have? It feels like you don't think someone cares about you. But why? It feels like they're not acting like it. They don't show it maybe as much as they used to. They may be I feel like they're unhappy about something that's going on around them. And that's just kind of their innate reaction to that. It doesn't feel like it has anything to do with you. Um it's just that at the moment they can't look beyond themselves. They can't look beyond their own like their self desires and wants to see that someone else needs their care and attention or nurturing or support. It looks like they're going through something. So it doesn't really have to be you. And I feel like you're trying to be strong through this and understand that the best way that you can. I feel like you want to follow what makes you happy, like in your career and in your life. And you're going to say that or expose that to your partner. Um, and I do feel like they think it's a little bit childish at first, like they're not really into it. Yeah. It's like they think you're making a dumb decision or a stupid decision because you're stable how you are now. They feel like it's going to mess up your money or your stability, and they feel like you're taking a really bad risk. Um, but the way this ends, I'm going to say it doesn't end very well, doesn't end very good in March, Sagittarius. It ends like you're working on figuring out how to compromise together. And what I mean by that is they're learning how to deal with you being an individual and having your own life and own dreams and own desires. And I lost my train of thought. Lord. But I feel like you're working on working it out. And then it's going to turn into you figuring out time and budgeting and how to set the new pace. But it's going to take time and patience. Ooh, Sagittarius, what's going on in March? Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah. See, March just feels like everything is really up in the air. I don't think you've made taken any action. I don't really see that in the cards. It's like you're preparing, you're letting everybody know, like you're setting the stage, which is good. I feel like this is a good way to do it because this is like spirit's message to you. So we have the mice, the storm, and the rider. Yeah. So the way spirit is saying it is take it one piece at a time, open up this door, start doing this, like slowly unfolding what your plan is. This will help taper out the storm so it's not huge. It kind of like tapers it down a little bit, right? So instead of it like being over a week, it's over like 3 months. It makes it a lot easier to deal with. But the interesting thing is, Sagittarius, I see that you get through this hard time and you keep doing what it is that you keep going towards what you want to go for because it's in your heart. It's like you have a desire and a drive to do something and you're doing it. I feel like you won't be silenced. That's what I feel. I feel like you won't be silenced, and I feel like You have a very free flowing energy in March. Like someone's throwing punches at you. I don't know if any of you watch anime, but One Punch Man. I keep seeing like somebody throwing lots of punches and you're just like taking them and then dusting yourself off and being like, okay, are you done? And holding their hand and just you keep walking, you know? It's sort of like, I'm still going to do it, but I understand that you need to express your feelings and your emotions about the change, but it's not going to change my decision. Interesting. But I feel like your excitement and your motivation changes people's minds. I think they just don't think that you when something is such a big decision or choice or turnaround, I feel like people don't not respect it, but don't think that you're going to follow through, but you're going to follow through. Okay. And you have enough I don't say compassion, charisma to convince people otherwise. All right, Sagittarius, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.